7 hours, 31 minutes, and 15 seconds ago, we seen our first half of the battle between the home team against the rivals. When they end the show last week, we stopped at the category, which is one of my favorite categories, sports. And quite fitting, I'm outside MCU Park here in Brooklyn, the home of the Brooklyn Cyclones. And we're just going to get ready to take a look at the climaxing conclusion of our rivals. Stay tuned for that. I'm Ron Rondon, and from outside MCU Park in Brooklyn, this is Road Trip.
It's me, Ron. You know me from the game show Block Party.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, San Antonio. We'll send you cash.
And as the host of Sports Fan.
Are you ready to make it a perfect 7?
And as the host, I do pop culture, entertainment, food, and travel events.
And tonight, we're going to do it again. Because this is my road trip. Hey there, hi there, ho there, welcome. I'm Ron Rodden. Thanks for making Road Trip being part of your Friday night here on Brooklyn Public Network 1. Every Friday night from 11:30 to midnight, right before Jennifer Day TV. Now last week, we have a 2-part episode of Art Rivals. Now when time ran out last week, we were about to go into our second round of questions, of 7 questions, with the category. And we interrupt with the category, which is, by the way, my favorite subject, sports. That's why I'm out here at MCU Park here in Brooklyn. And as you notice, this is the home of the Brooklyn Cyclones. But this is also, you have to know, Brooklyn is also the home of the Brooklyn Dodgers. That's way back in 1960. And seen behind me is a picture of these 2 great baseball greats. We're talking about one of the greatest players in the world of baseball. And we're talking about Jackie Robinson and the fantastic Pee Wee Witch. This is what courage and conviction of this great team who knows a lot of history of baseball. And so today we are going to be continuing the fun here as we get ready for part 2 of our Rivals. Now, if you missed last week's episode, here's what you just missed last week.
7 of your favorite game show trivia players get to play a game based from a trivia night match. We call it Arch Rivals. In the first round of the trivia showdown, the home team has drawn first blood.
Next question. John A. Roebling designed what New York City landmark?
And my team trying to make a comeback.
All right, next question. The New York City Marathon goes a total of 26.2 miles through all 5 boroughs. Which borough has the longest section of the marathon? No.
Ron Buzzin.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn is correct.
Yeah! Buzzin. Ron.
And in round 2, we went on to the 7-question trivia round with this category.
All right. This round is dealing with people with the same first and last name. All you have to do on your answer sheet, I'm going to give you 2 small bios of 2 people in 2 different fields, and you're going to tell me, write down the first and the last name of that person. They both share the same first and last name. Looking back, cartoonist and the actor Jim Davis.
We had it. I think that was the easy one. There you go. That may have been the easiest one there.
Now for this category.
And those scores can change, especially with the next round coming up, which is a sports round.
Are you kidding me?
That's it.
Uh-oh. We got a sports monster here.
Come on this side.
Oh, no. You chose the teams, right?
All right, so there you have it from last week. So now we're going to begin with sports. That's where we stopped right there. With all that said, We now bring you the second half and the conclusion to Art Rivals. Check it out.
Okay, after the first two rounds, we have the home team in the lead with 7 points, and the rivals with 3 points. But we're halfway through, and those scores can change, especially with the next round coming up, which is a sports round.
Are you kidding me? That's it.
Uh-oh. We're going to get a sports monster here.
Ron, come on this side.
Oh, no. You chose the team, so you just can't stick with it.
It's like a temple. This is like the
Grand.
cubicle. Oh, no, it's not
The cubicle? The office? What?
Yeah.
Question number 1. Of the 4 major sports, basketball, baseball, football, and hockey, which sport currently has the most teams? Of the 4 major sports, which sport currently has the most teams? Okay. Next question. Since 1997, what song has been sung at New York's Belmont Racetrack right before the running of the Belmont Stakes? Right before the race is run, someone comes out and sings what song since 1997? Next question. How much does the heaviest regulation bowling ball weigh? How much does the heaviest regulation bowling ball weigh? Question number 5.
I'm sorry, give me 4.
Very good. Question number 4. What is the name of the cheerleaders for the New York Jets? The cheerleaders for the New York Jets have a name. What is their name?
No, that's not it. I know it. It's right there in the top of my head.
Question number 5. What heavyweight boxer was nicknamed the Real Deal?
You're doing great. We're going to try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Here, not home team. So, home team rivals, that does not make the name of the game.
Fair enough.
Okay, we're back for arch rivals between the home team and the rivals. We have representing the 2 teams.
Yeah, it's Art with Phil from Phil's Game Shows, the home team, and we have Anton, who is our powerhouse. So he came up with a lot of our answers.
And from the rivals,
We're gonna bring him to trivia night. He's gonna
Okay,
quit his job and he's gonna come to trivia night from now on.
I'm not quit his job to come to trivia.
That's it. He doesn't need a career in
Oh, sometimes I don't know why he comes up with stuff. I'm Mike, and with my group, it's we have Chris Chamberlain for the Chris Chamberlain Show, which is on Friday nights, Blog Talk Radio. We have Matt. I don't think he has a show currently, but he has a website. I don't know what it is. And we have Ron from the Sports Fan himself. And we are on Holio and on Blog Talk. If you search those names, you'll find out when.
And we're on every weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
I'm doing a special World Cup edition throughout the World Cup run.
Okay, and that covers my game pretty much.
Okay. So here are the answers for the sports rounds. Question number 1, of the 4 major sports, which one currently has the most teams?
Football.
And the answer is football. Correct.
Yeah.
Football has 32 teams currently. All the other 3 have only 30. So football
Ron, you
is
know
the
your
correct
stuff.
answer. Question number 2. Since 1997, what song has been sung at New York's Belmont Racetrack right before the running of the Belmont Stakes? The correct answer was New York, New York.
Bingo. New York. What you put on?
Anton gave me something. And Anton, what did you say?
It was the best I could think of. Feud for 10 horns.
No, that's actually, believe it or not, that's sung on the same day, but for the different race.
All right, Mike, stop showing.
I've been to the Belmont Stakes 5 times.
Good job, rivals. Next question. How much does the heaviest regulation bowling ball weigh? The correct answer is 16 pounds.
Yeah.
16 pounds.
Good job. Both teams got it right.
Yeah.
Next one's kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
What is the name of the cheerleaders for the New York Jets? The correct answer is the flight crew.
Say hello!
The flight crew.
Yes, we do. Yes.
The Jetettes.
They're cousins of the Rockets. Who said that?
Number 5. What heavyweight boxer was nicknamed the Real Deal? His name was Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield.
Good job. Both teams got that one correct. Number 6. The NHL Hall of Fame is located in what city? It's located in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
Toronto.
No, you got that wrong.
Toronto
We got that one, but I'm afraid we got the next one wrong.
Toronto is still in Canada.
Anton's going to kill me. For how long?
And the last question. What is the uniform of Mr. Met, the mascot of the New York Mets? And I said be specific. The answer is 00.
Yeah.
I knew it was
That's
Sandy.
I think that's Sandy's number, not Mr. Met. Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Mike is the purveyor.
Not me. I don't take Ron on this one. I think Ron about on this. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back after this short commercial break with more rivals and
For example, Billy Bob Thornton did a movie called Friday Night Lights with an actor named Lucas Black playing one of his players. They did a movie several years earlier that Billy Bob wrote, direct, and produced this film, Independent. Billy Bob won an Oscar for writing this film. Name the film that he produced with the young man. That's the example.
Oh, that's just an example? Okay. Okay, that doesn't count.
Yes.
What's the answer to that?
Sling Blade.
Okay.
Anton got it.
Okay. Except for sports.
Yeah,
Number 1, for those fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. Former child actor Allison Hannigan and Seth Green played teenage lovers for 2 seasons. A decade earlier, Seth played a young man that lived next door, harboring a crush on Allison, but in this case, she played one of the leads of a sci-fi comedy in 1988. Dan Aykroyd played Allison's widowed father, and an Oscar-winning actress played Dan's new wife. Name the movie. Dan Aykroyd,
Then we have
Seth Green, Allison Hannigan, and an Oscar-winning actress played Dan's wife. His 1988 science fiction comedy. Name of the film. Question number 2. Former ER lead actor Anthony Edwards and Oscar-winning actor Forrest Whitaker did a film called Downtown in 1990. They played mismatched cops. Few people have seen this film, but most people have seen the 1982 comedy they did 8 years earlier, where they made their film debut when they were both 20 years old. Mr. Edwards played a stoner, Mr. Whitaker a short-tempered football hero in high school. Name this 1982 classic comedy. Anthony Edwards, Forrest Whitaker played minor roles in this 1982 classic high school comedy. Number 3, 1983 film Silkwood opened up new doors for Cher and Meryl Streep. Miss Streep got her 4th Oscar nomination and Cher got her 1st. 20 years later, Cher and Meryl Streep decided to parody themselves and their reputations in the Farrelly Brothers film, proving their sisterly love in this ode to brotherly love. Name this 2003 film.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes. 1983 Silkwood film was with Cher and Meryl Streep. 20 years later, they played themselves in another film produced by the Farrelly Brothers, proving their sisterly love in this ode to brotherly love. Name this 2003 film. They were not the leads, but they played themselves in this film. Number 4, Spencer Tracy. You remember Spencer Tracy? Won one of his 2 Oscars, playing compassionate priest Father Flanagan in Boys Town, 1938. One of his co-stars was an 18-year-old smartass named Mickey Rooney. 25 years later, Spencer and Mickey were a part of a very large cast in a 1963 classic comedy, where one critic claimed it contained one of the greatest car chase scenes in modern comic history. Name this classic 1963 film. Spencer Tracy worked in Boys Town with Mickey Rooney in 1938. In 1963, they did another film which was a major comedy with a large cast. Came out in 63, showed a great car scene chase. Rent it sometime. You'll enjoy it. Question number 5. Through 6 seasons of Happy Days' 11th season run, Scott Baio and John Travolta's sister Ellen were regulars. For 4 seasons of Charles in Charge, Scott and Ellen were regulars as well on that show. What was the one thing that Scott and Ellen's characters had in common on both of these sitcoms? Scott Baio and John Travolta's big sister played on Charles in Charge and Happy Days. What was the one thing that those characters had in common on Happy Days and in the show Charles in Charge? Question number 6. Charlie Sheen and John Cryer played 2 odd couple-like mismatched brothers and roommates on the CBS hit sitcom 2.5 Men. In 1990, they did a film together only once. Produced by Jim Abrams of Airplane fame. His 1991 comedy, Charlie played a character named Topper Harley, and John played a wall-eyed pilot named Washout. Name this movie. Charlie Sheen and John Cryer worked on 2.5 Men. In 1991, they did a comedy produced by the same producer of Airplane. Charlie played Topper Harley, and John played a wall-eyed pilot named Washout. Name of this 1991 comedy film.
I think this one. It's like right there, right? Yeah.
Number 7.
What other?
As you all know, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been a couple for nearly 30 years. So they're not married to each other still. Yeah, I believe. They did a musical, believe it or not, for Walt Disney many years ago in Let me repeat this again. Okay. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. I distracted myself here. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been a long-lasting couple for nearly 30 years. They did a Walt Disney film many years ago called The One and Only Genuine Original Family Band. Most people probably haven't seen it. However, they've done other films together called Swing Shift in 1984 and Overboard in 1987. When he did the Family Band movie, the film was released. Goldie was 23 years old and Kurt was 17. What year was the Family Band released for this Disney movie? Goldie was 23 years old. Kurt was 17. What year? Okay. The question round was, don't I know you? People that work together in two different mediums. Number one, for those who barely watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm pretty assuming. Former child actors Allison Hannigan and Seth Green played teenage lovers for 2 seasons. A decade earlier, they played in the same movie, 1988, a science fiction comedy. Dan Aykroyd played Allison's widowed father, and an Oscar-winning actress plays Dan's new wife. The Oscar-winning actress is Kim Basinger. The movie is My Stepmother is an Alien. Damn! Go ahead. Most people forget that Kim Basinger won an Oscar.
She did?
There you go. That's why he's right there. Number 2, Anthony Edwards and Oscar-winning actor Forrest Whitaker did a film called Downtown in 1990 playing cops. They did a 1982 comedy as Classic. Their film debut in 1920 when they were both 20 years old. Mr. Edwards was a stoner. Mr. Whitaker, the football hero. The movie was Fast Times at Ridge. I Sean Penn. Most people don't notice the other 2 were guys in the film. They were there. Number 3, 1983 film Silkwood. Sharon Meryl Streep won Oscar nominations. 20 years later, they did a film where they parodied themselves in a Farrelly brother film. Sisterly Love to Brotherly Love. The movie was about Siamese twins. Stuck on You. Starring Matt Damon and Great Career. Question number 4, Spencer Tracy played in Boys Town in 1938 with Mickey Rooney when Mickey was 18. Quarter century later, they did a classic comedy where one critic called playing the greatest car chase in modern history. The film was called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
One of my favorites.
Very good. Read it sometime. Blow your mind. Question number 5. Scott Baio and Ellen Travolta played scenes together on Happy Days and Charles in Charge. What was the thing they had in common with each other on both series? They played mother and son in both contests.
They played his mother.
I can say that since it's a man and woman character.
No, I don't think so. That's not is that what question's framed?
I said, well, what was the thing they had in common? Since his is the question, then he is the man. It's not 2 women.
All right.
I would assume his would be Scott Baio.
Okay.
So
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah, no, that's
That's
fine.
accepted, I guess.
No, yes, it was accepted by the host and the judge. Me.
Question number 6.
Right now.
Charlie Sheen and John Cryer on 2.5 Men Now. 1991, they did one comedy together, made by the producers of Airplane. Charlie played a character named Topper Harley. John played a walleye pilot named Washout. The movie is called Hot Shots.
Everybody.
Oh!
How did they get that?
And the toughest one of all, question 7. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been a couple for many years. They have done movies like Swing Shift in 1984 and a movie called Overboard in 1987. They did a movie called The One and Only Genuine Original Family Band for Walt Disney. When Goldie was 23, Kurt was 17. Question is tricky because it looks so damn beautiful now. Goldie is now 65 years old this year. Kurt Russell is 59 this year. The year the movie came out was 1968.
Oh,
wow! So, the home team has won by a small margin. The margin is 15-14. You want to hear from the team yourself. Grades per level of sportsmanship. No arch rivals tonight. No one's going to murder each other. I think it's a good game in itself. So we want to make sure that you guys get home safe. Please enjoy. Watch the next show. My name is Anton. Skeete. This is my coach, Anton Bloomfield. Please come to Grizzly Bear and see us perform. And also see our next episode of Arch Rivals with new teams, new ideas, and new trivia. A place where you meet, greet, and compete.
All right, there you have it. A fantastic two-part of Arch Rivals. I hope you enjoyed the two-part special that we have planned for you. It's a lot of fun. I keep getting so close to picking the right one. One correct answer, 1 point. But I knew it's a mad world. I had fun doing this anyway. So thanks to Art Kurtz, Phil Manners, Anton Spivack, and of course to my team, Chris Chamberlain, and to Mike Davis, and to Matt, and to one of our two hosts, include Jonathan Bloomfield. Had a good time and it's a lot of fun. Now, before we go, I want to remind everybody, since I'm here at MCU Park, I want to remind you that don't miss all the action of the 2016 Brooklyn Cyclones exclusively on Brooklyn Public Network. That's VPN3 all season long. Check your local listings for the times of the games where you watch, and you can see it all right here from MCU Park. And you can also catch all the games exclusively on radio on 90.3 K by the Bay. That's WKRB, Kingsbourgh Community College in Brooklyn, New York. And also on BrooklynCyclones.com. All right, folks, that's going to do it. And one last thing, don't forget to check out Game Show Block Party tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and then Fridays at noon. Well, that's it for tonight. Jennifer Day TV is next. I'll see you in 167 hours, 31 minutes and 15 seconds from right now. And for everybody who's been a part of the show, MCU Park in Brooklyn, I'm Ron Rodden. Good night. Bye-bye and bye-bye.
Road Trip is a Ron Rondon video production.
This is Don Wilson saying good night.